guys, I'm back with my second video. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this quick because I think my camera might die. Hi Sam, that's my cat Sam. So today I want to talk to you about dandruff. It's kind of a gross subject, but I think it's timely because this time last year is when I first started to develop some serious dandruff. And this video is going to explain how I completely cured it and just sort of give you advice on what to do if you're maybe experiencing the same problem. I'm not a doctor, so you know, if you're having really bad dandruff, I would definitely suggest seeing your dermatologist, and he can, you know, prescribe something or tell you what you should be using. But just for me personally, this is what I do. And I don't have to have any prescriptions, and if I can save you a trip to the doctor, you know, that's always awesome. The first thing that I want to mention is that there are two different kinds of dandruff, or, you know, two main types, I guess. The first type, which is what I'm not talking about today, is the kind where it's like really itchy, and it's mostly because you have dry skin, and it's just like dry skin that's flaking off. Sort of like you might get dry elbows or whatever, or like dry parts on your forehead. Sometimes I get that. So that is one condition that's called dandruff. And basically I think I don't really know because that's not the kind I had, but I think, you know, you would want to use like a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. And the way that you know if that's the kind of dandruff you have is, again, itching. It's gonna probably itch. It's gonna feel dry, and you'll probably also have dry skin on other parts of your body. Like you'll have really dry arms or really dry legs, really dry, like it'll be creeping down on your forehead. So that's sort of like if you have other dry skin, then you know you have the dry skin dandruff. The type that I have is different, and I've always sort of had like, all right, right when winter would transition into spring and summer would transition into fall, winter, I would always get like a tiny little bit of flakiness. I think that happens to most people, just like a little bit, and then it would go away. But last year around this time, I remember because it was like right around Mother's Day, and I started getting like really bad dandruff, and I'm like, I guess it's just bad this year. It'll go away once it turns summer, because that always happened. But then it didn't go away, and I was like, what the hell? This is disgusting. Like, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell Brent. I didn't tell my mom. I was like hiding it. And I mean, that's kind of the good thing about curly hair, is that when you have dandruff, it just like stays in your hair and you can't really see it. So I could hide it really easily, but because when you have straight hair, you can sort of like see it like in your hair, but with curly hair, you can't really. So I guess that was a good thing. But eventually I realized it was so bad that I needed to go to the doctor, because it was like, it was disgusting. Like, I'm not going to go into details, but it was like just everywhere. Just like, I would go like this, and flakes would just be like, oh God, it was so gross. And it was like where I got it the most was like in this area, in the same side, and the same thing on this side. Like these two areas were really bad, and then it kind of like would start to go over here and over here. It was only in like this part forward of my head. I didn't have any on the back, so I don't know. But I guess like mine was more oily. Like I could tell it wasn't from dry skin, because first of all, I don't really suffer from dry skin. I sometimes have like a little bit of dryness here and there, but I'm not, like, I don't have dry skin issues. So I was like, I really don't think it's dry skin, especially because it was so oily. It was making my hair really oily at the roots, and I'm not an oily hair girl, so that was super weird to me. Like, I feel like my hair is dry, but not necessarily my scalp. Like, I don't know if it's dry, it's just, it's not oily. So it was gross. Also, oh, so the reason it's oily, and like the reason why this is different from the dry skin kind of dandruff, is basically it's your skin, it's like this condition where your skin is like reproducing too fast on your head, and like you itch it, and then it's like, oh, I need to make more skin, and then you like it more like comes off, and it makes more, and so that's why it's super oily, because it's like producing way too much skin. I think my doctor said your like the skin cells where you have dandruff produce like 5 times faster than normal skin cells, which is why you have the dandruff, because it keeps flaking off and growing and flaking off and growing. And oh my god, I can't even, like, talking about this is like, oh. But I know that tons of people have this problem, and I hope that my experiences can help you as much as it's embarrassing to talk about the fact that I suffered from this. I really hope that, you know, maybe you find this video and some of the things I'm going to show you are going to be helpful. So that's the next part, how to fix it. Alright, so like I said, I had really bad dandruff, like really bad. And now, it's like as soon as I started what my doctor told me to do, it completely went away. Before I had gone to see him, I had just tried like Head and Shoulders, and I was using it, and I'm like, this isn't doing anything. So that's the first step. Try Head and Shoulders, or like just like a normal dandruff shampoo. See if it helps. You know, for some people who might not have it as bad, that might help, or it might come back later. I don't know. But for me, it just wasn't helping. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. I thought I needed prescriptions, but I didn't. So what he told me to do is basically there's 3 different types of dandruff shampoo. There's that have 3 different active ingredients in each of them. So you'll go to the store and there'll be like 8,000 different kinds of dandruff shampoo. But you can tell the difference by reading the active ingredient on the back. And that's how you tell the difference between one kind of dandruff shampoo and another kind of dandruff shampoo. But there are tons of kinds for each of the active ingredients. So I have the 3 types. And basically what I do is every time I wash my hair, I alternate. So, you know, on Monday I wash my hair, I use one. Tuesday I use the second one. Wednesday I use the third one. That's the other thing. I know it sounds like I'm washing my hair a lot, but he said that if you have the oily kind of dandruff that I had, washing it, the more you wash your hair, the less dandruff you're gonna have. That's, you know, you're cleaning it, like introducing the medication, and the more you do that, the better it's gonna be. I probably only wash my hair about 3 times a week, maybe 4 sometimes, so that's not a ton. But so like I said, I'm alternating every time I use these products. You know, 1 week will be one alternation, or, you know, one in a little bit. So the first type I use is, well, the first active ingredient is the PYRITHIONE ZINC 1%. And the brand that I use is the Equate, which is just the Walmart brand. And it's I guess you can also, it's also Head and Shoulders. This is just like the Walmart brand of Head and Shoulders. But make sure it's not all Head and Shoulders. Like within Head and Shoulders, there'll be some have one active ingredient, some have another. So you have to check the back on every single kind. So this one is the PYRITHIONE ZINC 1%. That's the first kind you need. And the one that I chose is just the Dry Scalp Care 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Because I have such curly, like thick, coarse hair, I really actually like using the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner and then going back in with my regular conditioner. You do not need a dandruff conditioner. You can just use shampoo in the 3 different types and then go in with your normal conditioner afterwards. The conditioner that I use is the Garnier Fructis Triple Nutrition. I really love this conditioner. Holy grail for me. Totally detangles and just it's so perfect. I have like 3 of these huge ones from BJ's because I just can't get enough of this stuff. So I will use this. It's the 2-in-1 and then I'll go back in with the conditioner and then my hair is super soft and silky and I love that. Okay, so you know, day 1, gonna use this one. Then for day 2, the active ingredient is the Selenium Sulfide 1%. And the kind that I have is the CVS brand Maximum Strength Dandruff Shampoo. This one, the Selenium Sulfide, has menthol in it, so it kind of smells like menthol, like minty when you put it in. It's not like a great smell, but it doesn't smell disgusting either. Apparently this is the CVS brand of the Selsun Blue. Just make sure you check the active ingredient. Whatever you can find that has the selenium sulfide is going to be your number 2 shampoo. I like this one. It's not as, this one is my favorite because it has the conditioner in it. The other ones, I don't find them very, it's like the only thing they do is clean and do the dandruff. Like, I don't find them very moisturizing. I don't find them very, like, detangling or anything like that. So they're not, like, awesome for curly hair. But I find that it doesn't really matter. I use the conditioner afterwards and then my hair is fine like normal. So it doesn't bother me that I can't use regular shampoos. I'll just buy fancy conditioners to go with the dandruff shampoo. Alright, so the third type active ingredient is 2.5% coal tar topical solution. Doesn't that sound fun? So yes, it is coal tar. It sounds disgusting, and honestly, it doesn't smell great. But this stuff is like maximum dandruff fighter. Like, I think that's like, this is the big one. So I don't use this very often just because I find it to be the least moisturizing and it smells the worst. Not that it's like really gross, it just like, it doesn't smell good. So what does it smell like? Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of smells like, almost like a rubber. I don't know, it doesn't smell great. So I'll use this maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Like, sometimes I'll go back and forth between these two, and I'll go like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I'm like, alright, I'll use this one. But in the beginning, I was really, for like 3 months, I was really good about alternating 1, 2, 3 every single time. But now that it's cured, I don't need to be like as aggressive, I think. So I don't use this one quite as often. But I'm gonna tell you, like, if you are having dandruff right now, you should use this one every 3rd time. And, alright, I think we're done. So I hope that advice on dandruff helped you guys. And although it's an embarrassing subject to talk about, you know, maybe there aren't other beauty bloggers who are out there saying, you know, here's how to fix your dandruff, because it's a gross subject to talk about. I will admit that. And I hope you don't think it's gross that I used to have dandruff, but I swear to God, I haven't had a flake since I started using this little system. So I highly recommend at least trying it out, because it's not like it's dangerous. It's all over the counter stuff. And if that doesn't work, definitely go see your doctor. He did say that if this system didn't work for me, there was other stuff he could prescribe, but he wanted me to try this first, and it totally worked. And so I really hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching. Please click like if you liked this video, and also don't forget to subscribe. Also, I am on Instagram at beautyandplus. Thank you for watching.